Hey everyone, it's Rye. I have been trying to figure out a good way to start this recording for the last, which attempt is this? I think this is like attempt number 7, and I haven't come up with a good one yet. But the subsequent episodes for what I'm planning to do with this series will get better. I can promise you that. But this is an introduction to an idea that I've had for a while now, where on top of doing the Let's Play videos, which are still going to come, and I'm loving those, especially right now doing Undertale, and it's probably not out at the time that this recording is released, but I'm also doing The Wolf Among Us, and oh my gosh. I just had my coffee, so I'm sorry. I'm having trouble remembering which one it was. There was another one. Come on. Okay, it'll come to me later. But anyways, Let's Plays are still happening. But this is something else because it's a way to, on the one hand, add more content, of course, but content with, I guess, some nutritional substance. Food for thought. There we go. Got through that eventually. Because when I thought about it, I mean, beyond simply just the comedy and the fun of doing Let's Play videos, I wanted to add something else to the channel that I can do regularly and put, again with the words, put a different spin on gaming. Beyond just a video with me talking or playing a game in it. Instead, I guess, talking about games or the idea of games. And that's why I'm calling it Thoughts on Gaming, because it's not just like, here's a game that I really like and this is why. It's the ideas behind gaming, I guess. The ideas that come into my head when I'm playing a game or when I'm talking with friends about it or stuff I read it. I think I'm really having trouble making this concise, but it'll make more sense as the episodes come out, I guess. Like just a combination of the way I see games, the way I see them interlace and contribute to life personally, and I guess from a community perspective with friends and family and everything else like that. And also the nostalgia, because I'm sure, as anyone who's ever played games in their life can tell you, there's moments that you can pinpoint from the time you were a kid till now involving video games that you can look to and go, that's a standout part. That is a golden moment. That's a great moment. I can remember the first game I played. I can remember my favorite game. I can remember the one that made me cry. I can remember the one that made me so mad. I can remember the sequel that I loved and the sequel that I hate more than anything else in the world. That kind of emotion. I think we're getting more to the core of what I'm trying to present with this. It's part audio diary, part thought. Come on, part what? Part thought exposition? I'm going to work my way through this. I don't have a script in front of me, and I plan not to have a script in front of me for the other videos as well, but at the very least, I will have jot notes, so there's some anchor points, a form of reference for me to work off of, so that's not just a run on words. But I wanted the introduction to this to be as organic as possible, and at least for the most part, I think it's just going to be me. I can't say it'll only be me, because I can think of a couple of topics where I'd want to bring Andrew in on it just to get another person's perspective. And of course, I mean, like, personally, I find whether it's like audio in terms of like this, podcasting, or even doing Let's Plays, when you're working with somebody else, you've got another person to bounce ideas off of. You can play off of each other in terms of, like, the ideas, the humor, the conversation obviously works better when you actually have somebody to talk to, and it's not just yourself. But at the same time, it's I guess, kind of like a memory exercise for me when I'm going down nostalgia lane and talking about, for example, like I said before, the first game I ever played, or the first Game Boy Color game I ever bought and owned myself. Not one that I got for like a birthday or something like that, but one that I actually put money down on and bought the first video game that I ever physically walked into a store and bought on my own. Things like that. And I think that's probably the best way to describe it. Before I have any more verbal diarrhea, I think I'll cut this short. But suffice to say, I'm excited for this. It's going to be a series that I release every day. That's the other challenge about this. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. The other part of this is it's also a personal challenge. When it comes to Let's Play videos, I do them once every day, Monday to Friday. That's my goal. Obviously, sometimes things happen and I fall short of that, but I try to remain as consistent with it as possible. This is something that I want to do every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because it's just audio, I think it's going to be a lot easier to do. And it'll be a faster turnaround time. And the goal is to try and make this go for an entire year. So 365 episodes. It's a pretty big endeavor for me because I've mapped out some ideas that I have for things I want to talk about. Obviously, those are going to change and the list is going to grow. But when you first set out, or at least like with an idea like this, when I first penned it out, I went, okay, yeah, you know what? This is doable. I can talk. I can do a couple minutes each day. But when you think about it and go 365 episodes, that's longer than most TV shows. That's longer than a lot of series I've watched. I can't even think of a TV show I've watched that has 365 episodes. Oh, well, no, hang on. I can think of a few, but like I can count them on one hand. And I'm not saying that this is going to be as great as some of those, or that I'm aspiring to be as great as some of those. Where am I even going with this now? Anyway, you get what I mean. It's an endurance challenge. It's, I guess, an audio vlog, something like that. It's going to be exciting. It's an experiment, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So you can look forward to this every day, 7 days a week. And we're going to go down this rabbit hole together and see where it leads. So, yeah, until next time, this is Rye. This is an introduction to Thoughts on Gaming, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.